The Beach Boys, Summer in Paradise, right now on States and Kingdoms.
So the infamous Summer in Paradise from 1992.
The one that everyone's been waiting for.
I'm sure. There are a couple of things I just wanted to say initially. I love the packaging. It's beautiful. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Star Trek 4.
Yes, it does.
And anything that reminds me of that is bound to make me happy.
It does, because it's got the whale and it also has like space on the back. Yeah, it's super cool.
There are only 4 Beach Boys records that I was alive for, and that period of Beach Boys is very important for both of us because it really was our first introduction to the Beach Boys. The thing that people always say, reach a wider audience. Well, these albums and Uncle Jesse are they did reach a wider audience. They reached us,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So this sound and the sound of the early 90s, kind of take it or leave it, love it or hate it.
It's in us.
It's part of us. So I find it kind of comfy.
Yeah, it is. It's very familiar.
Some people revile it, but I kind of find it comfy.
And I like how the Beach Boys were able to keep moving with the times and incorporating the sound of the moment into their albums. I think they did a really good job of that.
Well, yeah, they were trying to be a vital band, and there's something to be said for that instead of like just looking backwards, certainly. And sometimes what you get are some very odd things, and
This is a very interesting album.
It is.
It really is.
Also, whether or not you like this is a little bit determined by how much you love Mr. Love, and I know some people. They really don't.
They have love problems.
It's a love thing.
Have fun in the summertime. This is a really, really good cover song. I think.
I think so too, and I think it's a good opener. I like the song. It's a great song. And I think it's a good version. It definitely sounds like the Beach Boys. I mean, it sounds like Kokomo era Beach Boys, but it sounds like the Beach Boys.
No, you would almost not know if you didn't check that it was a cover.
Yeah.
You could think that this was a Beach Boys song. And I think they do some really nice stuff with it. The harmonies, of course they would.
Yeah.
Everything sounds great. Really nice, mellow opening song.
Very mellow mic vocal. And Carl.
Yeah.
Just always great.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah.
Always. Okay, well, so after that, you go into a remake of Surfin'. And this is where I think the album would lose a lot of people almost immediately.
It's an interesting rendition.
Everything we just said about the early 90s goes. I find this odd, but it's fun odd. And
I like it, yeah. It is fun. It is fun because it's got all that 1992-osity in it, which is really interesting.
Is it objectively, a great thing that they did there? No, probably not.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I would choose to listen to this version.
Oh no!
On top of.
Oh no. Well, maybe someday. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to me in this life. But yeah, it's just like I feel like I always want to hear like a whip. At one point during the song, and it's like, oh man, this is funny. It's just funny. I am able to just think that's interesting and kind of funny.
I accept it, and it's fine.
It doesn't ruin the original song at all.
Well, no.
The original mono release is just still there.
Yeah.
And
this isn't the only version that you have to listen to now.
Right.
Number 3.
That would be funny though. Sorry.
Be funny. They take this and they put it on the
it
old
becomes
albums.
every version.
Every version. Number 3 is Summer of Love.
Yes.
A song I also enjoy.
It's kind of part and parcel of the same thing, yeah.
It's got that like Right Said Fred kind of spoken word, almost rap thing going on. It's very, very fun.
Even though his voice almost makes me think of Frank Zappa on this song.
Yeah.
For like the I Am the Slime or something, it's got that sound.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's just so much a part of its time, and it could never have been done, could barely have been done before, and would never have been done after.
Right.
So take that for what it's worth. But I find it interesting. It's like it's an oddity, sure. But
it's fully of its
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
so well done.
I enjoy that.
Well done there.
Now, like
Catchy.
I said, objectively, are these great? No, I'm not gonna. They're not. They're not great. No.
But it's fine, and it's a catchy song. Like, it's in my head right now.
Catchy.
It's very catchy.
Like I said, I mean, a lot of diseases are catchy, but I mean,
Doesn't mean they're bad.
No, most diseases are just here to help.
Doesn't mean they're bad.
So there are some really good songs that I do enjoy on this that I think are objectively good.
Like number 4. Island Fever.
I like this a lot.
This is a very good song.
It just brings me back to that time, and it sounds very much like Kokomo. It's got a lot of the same kind of feel, and it's a catchy song.
Yeah, and like the bridge that when Carl comes in and sings that line, it's so pretty. Mm-hmm. Very, very pretty.
Yeah, I just like the sound, and I think that's the thing about this whole album. It really depends on, so like some of the things we said in the beginning, and maybe a couple of other things as well. A lot of with the Beach Boys, people always do this where it's like, well, it's not as good as their earlier stuff like Pet Sounds.
No shit.
Yes, I know. It's not. Don't go into it listening to this, but and also this album is so reviled. If you read about it, when you finally listen to it, you're going to be, well, it's not that bad. I'm not sure why people are saying it's so bad.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
I mean, they're saying this is just flat out
wretched,
putrid.
I absolutely do not hear that. Mark my left hand to God.
If you're going to be that hyperbolic, it makes it difficult to discuss things because I can't tell what you think is genuinely awful and what's just what's just this kind of awful.
Still surfing.
I think it's a really good Beach Boys song, and I think giving sort of grading on a curve for this album, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
But I think there are at least a couple of songs on this album that, if you're a Beach Boys fan, I think you'll like.
This song is really very, very typically Beach Boys.
Pretty much.
It really has a sound that, not the production sound that I'm talking about, just the song itself, of it. This could be on a number of albums, and it would fit in fine. And
that kind of like the melding of that early '90s sound with a little bit of a wall of sound.
Yeah.
Is
it's a good sound.
Interesting on this.
So this is a great song. Very, very easy. Very easy. Slow Summer Dancing on Summer Night.
A Bruce song.
I
like this song.
Yeah.
It's not a masterpiece. Don't be looking for that. You'll be happier.
Just enjoy. Just sit back in your Mike Love armchair and enjoy. Wait, did we say that in this version?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. You have to put that on the screen. What do you mean by that? That Mike Love's voice is mellow and soft, like an armchair.
It's deep and soft, like an armchair.
This isn't really that dissimilar from
other Bruce.
No, dissimilar. Well, yes. Dissimilar from like some of the songs even on the self-titled album.
No, absolutely.
We already did that and talked about how we actually rather like that album for all of its flaws. We always try to find the good things. We talk about the things that we love, right?
We're positive people.
Well, in this case, I mean, not really anything else, but I mean, the Beach Boys for me at least are like the end of Sullivan's Travels or Purple Rose of Cairo. There's something
really
that I'm
painful.
There's something that always makes me kind of happy. They always, I'm very grateful they're there to listen to, and I love them. And so even this, it still is them.
Of course.
And it's still, obviously
Carl.
It's Carl. Yeah.
And you need Carl.
Well, you do.
You do. Strange Things Happen.
I think this is a good song too.
No, this is a good song. No, this is a really, really nice song. Fits in with that time period, for sure.
But it sounds like a Beach Boys song.
It sounds like a Beach Boys song.
And the singing in tandem thing, love that. This actually reminds me of a Ween song. Do you hear that? And I cannot, so maybe something.
On White Pepper?
No.
Earlier.
It's earlier.
Huh.
I haven't thought. It just.
Could be from the same year.
I just remembered.
Could be the same exact year.
No, it might be on Chocolate and Cheese. No, I think it's a solid song. I just do.
It is. It's got a nice
long.
chorus.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Remember Walking in the Sand.
Yeah, both of the
and Under the Boardwalk.
And we said these covers are definitely a little odd.
Yeah.
You know,
Walking in the Sand I actually kind of like because they do some really interesting stuff. There's some interesting sounds and like flourishes here and there that
more than
really interesting choices were made on that song. Under the Boardwalk I can leave.
Yeah. But if other people really don't like these covers, I understand it.
But again, they all have that same sound, so they still feel like they fit on the album.
The production and to some extent, the theming.
Yeah.
I mean, it really never.
It fits. I wouldn't just say like, oh, it's like a sticking out like a sore thumb there, but
yeah.
Walking in the Sand is kind of unique.
It's very different.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, so in between those two is
Lahaina Aloha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Lahaini. Lahaina Aloha.
This is one of the best songs on the album.
Yeah, I think beautiful.
This and
classic.
Still Surfin' and for me Island Fever, I really do enjoy, and I think they're actually they're genuinely good songs.
Yeah, it's classic Beach Boys. Everything about it.
And the singing in tandem, just good melody.
Yeah, lovely lines.
It's difficult if you really, really hate this production sound. I'm sure it's going to be difficult to get through that.
I mean, if you don't like this sound, you're missing out on a lot of music. You're missing out on Marky Mark and
Calling Me Bad,
Bryan Adams and Rod Stewart and Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Michael Bolton.
No.
Sting.
Are you? Oh, see, that's the first one that you actually. I was gonna say you're not selling this too well. I think it's a really good Beach Boys song. I don't think it should be kept away from everybody.
Summer in Paradise.
This is a good song. Now, Mike's environmental songs, for me, are a little bit hit or miss.
He's a little bit of a tree hugger.
And it doesn't bother me because I don't say disagree or anything.
Sure.
It's just like sometimes, they can be a little bit heavy-handed. This one is definitely a little bit, it's funny because it also is just so early 90s. I feel like I'm in school,
Fern Gully. Come on.
Yeah, this is better than that.
Captain Planet.
I'm not sure what to say about that.
Well, the environment was big.
I know.
In the early 90s.
But it's still just forgetting about that as a song. It's a good song. Mm-hmm. It's not. I mean, it's a good song.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It is.
Everything's fine here. Okay, so then we have Forever.
And I don't want to. This is one thing. Really, just want to say this about Forever. And we already mentioned Uncle Jesse before, but I mean,
yeah, you can.
I just want to say this. It's interesting to me, and this is also very polarizing. Some people, I don't know if it's that polarizing. There might be people that love this. I'm sure there are. There are always people that love, and then there are people that absolutely despise it. But I'm not gonna. All I'll say is that Uncle Jesse. I'm just gonna keep doing that.
A.K. Rebecca Romijn.
No, but John Stamos is a huge Beach Boys fan. Genuinely a huge Beach Boys fan, and. I think he picked this song, I'm assuming he did, a song he knew, a Dennis song, the only one that wasn't around anymore.
Yep.
He didn't choose to do something that was just a smash hit that everyone would know. Mm-hmm. And intent matters. His intention was to honor Dennis, to do this song that I'm sure most people didn't really know, because really around this time, those albums were not well known.
And it's an incredibly loving
still not
tribute.
That well known, to be honest.
He does a great job. I think he does a great job. I think it's a faithful rendition. He sings it very similarly to the way that Dennis sings it.
Yeah, he does.
There's nothing stupid on it. Like they don't.
Really, I know it's got
really nice.
It's got more electric guitar kind of stuff, noodling type stuff going on, but it wasn't his intention to put his stamp on it necessarily. He tries, it's a loving it's done lovingly with respect. And I just think that matters. I think that matters.
I don't see it is such an amazing song. I think he does a good job, and I think it's nice that they included it.
I just like it because of that. I like the tribute, so from a true Beach Boys fan, and like we said, I mean, it was really through John Stamos that I was introduced to the Beach Boys in the first place.
He did a lot for them. I know he did.
Well, I mean, if we hadn't heard the Beach Boys then, I mean, I don't know if you would have turned to them later on. I mean, it would have definitely been quite different. So all in all, no, it's not as bad as people say. We're not saying it's
all in all. Yes, say yes to the album.
Yeah, say yes. It's not as bad as people say it is. The worst of what's said about it. I mean, you'll find, I'm sure, things to enjoy on this album.
Oh yeah.
If you're from you're from the 90s, you might really kind of enjoy this. It might make you feel kind of all nostalgic-ish, for that sound, and just its weirdness, its quirkiness. I always enjoy that.
Which is the Beach Boys. I mean, let's be honest.
Often enough, yeah.
There's plenty here to enjoy.
Yeah, and obviously this is the U.S. release.
Obviously.
I really don't know the UK release.
Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed our brief discussion about Summer in Paradise by the Beach Boys. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos here at States and Kingdoms, Wednesdays and Fridays. We will see you next time. Have a great holiday weekend if you are here in the U.S.